Growing up, we all had dreams of having money, buying anything we wanted as a kid. Then as time goes by, we find out that in order to make that dream come true, it can seem impossible to accomplish. You can blame it on the crazy inflation rate, the ever-increasing cost of education, and low-income jobs, but there's much more to it than this. Now let's go. Number 1. Ignorance. Most of us flat out don't know how money works and its common nature. When we keep our paycheck, we embrace the habit of keeping it in an account instead of investing it for the future. We get a sense of comfort by keeping our money locked up rather than letting it grow. In the long run, with the money in our accounts, it gives us the false impression that we are richer than we are, and it will lead to avoidable and unnecessary spending, especially if you're a compulsive spender. The moral of this lesson is quite simple: make more investments rather than hoard your money. Number 2. No clear financial goals. Next up is the fact that most people just don't have a clue on where their future is going in life. Now obviously, the farther you set your goals, the more prone you are to spending in the now. Yes, it might not be so easy to make investments for the future when there are more immediate needs at this time. Life is all about decisions and balance. One of the reasons we get broke or we've gotten broke is because we neglect all savings and investments for the future and focus on current needs and excessive buying. The best bet is to balance the scale. Make good decisions as to how to best sort out your current needs as well as investing for future purposes. Number 3. Lack of investments. Like I said earlier, no investments can be a real setback to our financial freedom, quitting the life of paycheck to paycheck and to being rich. The great thing about investments is the interest and profits you get from them. Do you have debts on your credit card? Some of you know that you do. Now, I'm not saying all investments will yield a profit, but never let that stop you from putting your money in the right place. Remember, if you don't find out how to make money while you sleep, you'll work till you die. If you don't want to work for the rest of your life, good investments are your way out. Number 4. Bad debts. Let's get back to the debts. Now, there are 2 kinds of debt: good debt and bad debt. Good debts are debts you take to make rational and good investments. I don't advise you to take debts if you are well aware that the level of risk on the investment is high. Now, bad debts are the ones you keep on your credit cards due to compulsive buying. It's not entirely easy to avoid making these decisions to take credit because of the ease credit spending provides. But trust me, in the long run, you'll get broke and be stuck paying debts that keep racking interest. Here's a way to stop this. When you get your paycheck, allocate some cash to spending and save or invest the rest. Stop credit spending. Use only cash for your spending, so when the cash is used up, you have to wait for the next paycheck to spend again. Try to focus more on major investments from now on. After a while, you will have gained profits and interest enough to offset those debts. Number 5. Society pressure and stereotype. Most people are fixated on getting a new house or renovating their old one, and many other expensive things they might not need just to impress others. In some societies, there are certain unspoken rules about things you should have at a particular age. The truth is, nobody really cares what you make or do or think. The sooner you get rid of the habit of caring what others think, the better, because they sincerely don't care at all. So stop all the struggling to impress followers on Instagram and redirect that energy into making good financial decisions and wise investments. Resist the pressure. Number 6. Unprepared for emergency. I've been talking about investments for a while now, but it's kind of hard to invest or save when your needs and emergencies just pop up. You can't plan when you get emergencies or when they should happen. You don't control it. But you know what you can control? How prepared you are for them. When you save money towards this or have an emergency fund, it aids your investing in the future, as you won't need to use the money to sort out emergencies. So as you invest, spend, and save, also allocate money for those emergencies. Number 7. No fixed budget. Allocating money for investments, spending, and saving, as I just stated, can be a pain in the ass. That's where the budget comes in. If you have financial goals, a budget is super important, so you know how and to what extent that goal is within reach. You'll also have something to work with for your goals: saving plans, investment plans, and spending. Give each dollar a job that way. Reckless spending becomes hard to do and more absurd to go through with. Number 8. Overspending on occasions. An enemy of a good budget and another major reason we get broke is how much we spend during outings. I'm not objecting to having a good time and getting out for a drink every once in a while, but having a good time and spending without regard to the budget you took time to plan, let this spending be within your budget. As your budget gets bigger, your spending does too. Work towards a bigger budget, not overspending on the little one you have. So have a good time, but remember your budget. And just because you have one does not mean you can't have a good time. There's always fun that does not affect your budget. Number 9. Not spending selectively. This is another enemy to a good budget and financial goals. If you spend without taking note of your budget, just buying because you can or because it's a good deal, always use your resources well. As you spend, make sure you're aware that getting one thing means foregoing another. If you use cash for one thing and credit for the other you can't afford, you'll end up in debt. If you can't afford the two, you'll want to get the most needed among the options and repeat the decision for your spending. Number 10. Retail therapy. Most shoppers enjoy buying things because when you see nice stuff, it gives you the dream of a bigger life with what you see, and when you pay for it, it makes the dream a reality. You spend money to make yourself happy. Well, if you can afford it, and I mean get it without breaking the bank, then it's totally fine. But if you can't, it's pretty straightforward. Stop compulsive buying. Some of us see shopping as a fun activity. Yeah, sure, it can be fun, but overspending just to satisfy yourself now at the expense of the future is really not the way. Number 11. Showing off. You might not want to admit this, but this is one of the biggest reasons we get what we don't need. To make others see us as better and prove them wrong. To feel good whenever people are wowed by how much we own and how cool it is. You want to look good on social media and show the world that you are better than the rest. The thing about showing off is, the more you do it, the more you spend on doing it. You always have to top what you last bought. And do you think your budget can accommodate investment and that kind of spending? The answer is no. So spend as you need to and invest more. The fact of the matter is, you're not rich until you own something. Number 12. Your beliefs. In my opinion, the most important thing that's keeping you broke is what you believe in. Now, this might sound absurd, but if you don't believe you can be rich, you can't be. If you believe in yourself, you'll have the determination to take risks in investments. You'll also have the main resolve to follow your budget and follow through with your financial goals. Your goals and their completion also depend on this. Everything boils down to how you think money works. Building a mindset can go a long way to changing your story. To change your mindset, read books that help with financial decisions, listen to mentors, and that's why you should subscribe to this channel. Let us help shape your mind into that billionaire mindset.